Hi. It all started with this drawing. This was during a little workshop, and then I found out how to handle the chalk and the pixels. So I thought it was interesting, and that's how I continued. But I like to see just one line. I thought that is a very good beginning. So I show you now some drawings on different kinds of paper. This is just one drawing and it's one line. It's on a coated paper. And well, what is important for me is how I use the edges of the paper also. And well, you can see here that it's just not ending right at the edge. And then of course I would like to play with that kind of thing also. So here I made drawing. It's just done in one movement, and I thought it would be nice to have it to the edges and also make a composition where to put a line at the paper, because I think the paper had his form also, which is important. So I studied and I studied, and then I tried to make it more complex. And this is also on the coated paper, and then you can see how I handled the chalk. But more, I like to have it more firm, more a contrast in black and white, and also this is one movement and it should be more sturdy, I think. So that's what I tried. And then I discovered that you can make a sturdy drawing and make it a closed line instead of just one line. So these are two drawings in one, which make a complete form. At least that's my view. So here's another one, and I try to have more the subtle kind and the firm kind, and I add just one small drawing, so I have a closed line and a new form. I think to find new forms is very interesting too. So that was a new way, something I discovered, and I wanted to continue. And then we had the lockdown, and you see what happens. There is black and white and one line and more forms and the pixels all in one drawing. So that was a kind of fun to play with, and also I'm curious how to handle that and to see what's happening more. But now I'd like to show you some works in my studio here, because it's not just drawing. I also like to play, you can put it that way, with objects. And also the line is there important. So I try to find a contrast between black and red. So you can see here one, I think this one. So it's very simple, it's very plain, but I think that should be enough. And that's how I continued working with another color and add some more place of wood. And you see some subtle lines coming up there. And I think that's just enough, not more. And try to show as less as possible to get a form, to get an idea. So, well, here that one has a red spot right in the middle, and here I discovered the cardboard. I just turned out one part of it and tried to make a real form. Make a line in a way, you can put it that way also, and also did the black and the lines in it, because I like poems too. So here I discovered on that cardboard, the big cardboard, I sprayed with black. There were some forms coming up, and I tried to write in it, and I think it's a kind of a story. What is coming up there? Well, there's another line, but it's fun to play also. So this one, well, it's just fun, and I played with a line and some forms. And what I usually do when I'm drawing, I put my work on the floor, so when I come in I can see how they are connected to each other or not, and what I can do to them. It's interesting what the drawings tell me when I come in every morning. So that's, well, I want to show you here. This is an important one. I found out in that drawing what I can do within one form and add more lines, add more drawings in one, and it's getting complexer. So this is for me a very important drawing, and I try to keep it in one form and in a composition at the paper. And well, to the right you see an open form. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one, because that is open, but also the edges are a kind of spread out. So maybe that's enough. And that is how I try to study every time when I come in. Well, here is a more complex one. I made it as a small drawing and then let it blow up, because I think it's always interesting and very good for your knowledge and study, that you can see what happens when a small drawing is blown up to a zero, sorry. So, well, both things I think are interested, and I like to work big or great. How shall I put it? And here, well, this is it started before the lockdown, a long time before the lockdown. And well, the drawings here at the floor are more lockdown drawings, but I like it, and it is the same as the other drawings at the other side of my studio. Well, working great and working in the black, because I really discovered black with forms in black. I discovered also the form of A0. So what I'm studying now is when it is completely black with forms in, and I make the black with my hands, sitting on my knees. Well, that's a good movement. And now I'm working with ink in the chalk. Well, here are some of my latest, not the small drawings. And here I'm trying to find out what do I need to get an interesting form, to get some open spaces, so you can feel space too. This is one of my latest drawings. I started a few days ago. It's still not finished, of course, but I try to work every day a little bit, or just not every day, but still watching and looking and studying, seeing what happens, and if it tells me what I want that it tells. Here are some small drawings, and well, here you can see how I work, and try to find with my different types of paper and different sizes. And well, this is just working in my studio. Thank you for having you here and all your attention.